So, politics. In history, there is a famous saying, and we have seen it many times. If you want to destroy a people, you don't want to use violence, just burn their libraries, seize their books, rewrite their history, take away their honor and education. After that, the people will remain alive, but their spirit will be gone long before their bodies. This is exactly what is happening in India today. Libraries are neglected, books altered, history rewritten, and honor and education taken away. The nation lives, but its spirits begin hallowed out. This is what happening through movies as well. People now take lessons from the screens, while libraries are ignored, books forgotten, and words of great historians left ahead. Yet most people are not even aware of it, but leaders like chief ministers, like South Indian chief ministers, like CM of Kerala and Tamil Nadu, and voices of famous actors like Kamal Hassan, Prakash Raj, and Satya Raj, and many more are standing up, rejecting such propaganda, questioning fake history in movies and social media, and spreading awareness against the politics of Hindutva that hides behind cinema and social media today.
செய்து விட்டது இந்த சட்டம். அகரம் நினைச்சா ஒண்ணும் விட முடியாது. அந்த சட்டத்தை மாற்றி எழுதக்கூடிய பலத்தை தருவது கல்விதான். அந்த கல்வி இந்த போரில் ஆயுதமின்றி நாட்டையே செதுக்க வல்லது. இது சர்வாதிகார சங்கிலிகளை, சனாதன சங்கிலிகளை எல்லாம் நொறுக்கி தள்ளக்கூடிய ஒரே ஆயுதம் இதுதான். இதை தவிர வேற எதையும் கையில எடுக்காதீங்க.
This government is afraid of them. And yes, they are Muslims. The Indian right wing is waiting for Israeli to achieve their genocide so that they can do that. In a country where somebody buys half kilo of mutton for a hard day's work, goes home, and the rumor spreads, people gather around. Before he could think what is happening, he was pulled out and killed. He doesn't even know why he died. In order to listen to the birds singing, the drones and the warplanes have to be silenced. I always wondered where this resilience came of women. This is the resilience this government will be afraid of. Court mein chal raha hai. Court mein bhi sabko sab pata hai. Both the parties know the truth. Dil ka baat bol raha hu. समझ लेंगे आप.
Yet many people remain unaware because right-wing politics are using the most dangerous weapon known to history, religion. Time and again in the world history, we have seen this weapon tear nations apart. It does not need guns or bombs. It works silently, shaping minds, dividing communities, rewriting truth in India today. This very weapon used in the name of Hindu and Muslim, filling people's mind with poison. Everyone can see it, yet many still support. Before I explain why, let me first show how this weapon works, why it is so dangerous, and how it is continues to operate even now. If we look at politics today, it is all about Hindu and Muslim. They have taken Hinduism into politics in India. There are more than 18 religions, but Hinduism is in majority. Even other religions are minority. Among those minorities, Islam is the largest, and beyond Islam, every single religion, even smaller minority. Hindutva was born during British period, like a British rule, through Savarkar, who formed it as a political idea and later carried forward by the RSS. Long before BJP entered politics, Savarkar Hindutva ideology rested on two main points. First is India must be the fatherland, Pitrabhumi of Hindus, and second point is India must also be their holy land, Punyabhumi. With this, he pushed Muslims and others aside in the name of religion, filling poison in people's mind and making divide and rule easier for Britishers. While true leaders like Mahatma Gandhi, Abdul Kalam Azad, Pandit Jawahar Jawaharlal Nehru, Patel were fighting for India's freedom, but Savarkar stood with the British, even urged people to serve the British crown. Even during British rule, the RSS was active, following Savarkar's Hindutva ideology. It avoids the freedom struggle, and its leaders, the Hindutva leaders, urged people to remain loyal to the British crown. I never thought I would make a video like this, because as I follow politics and social media today, I see so many people poisoned by those ideas. For example, recently during a Navaratri festival, like at Garba celebrations, disturbing events unfolded. Before the festival, Hindutva groups like VHP, Vishwa Hindu Parishad, and Bajrang Dal, and also organizers announced that only Hindus were allowed to attend, and Muslims and others were not allowed. They even called non-Hindus as jihadis and required everyone to show their identity and take Ganga Jal, consume cow urine, Gomutra as a form of purification, and tie religious threads and apply tilak before entering. During celebrations, videos on social media and few news channels show Bajrang Dal taking the mic, declaring that only Hindus could be there, calling non-Hindus as jihadis, while banners outside reinforce the same. A festival meant for joy and devotion was turned into a tool for spreading hatred, and yet most Hindus attended. Do they realize what's happening? What is going on in the minds of those who attended? Such events have been reported in multiple places in Madhya Pradesh, Chhattisgarh, Maharashtra, Rajasthan, where organizers even hinted at Karvapasi for non-Hindus attempting to enter. How a festival meant for celebration and unity is being used to spread division and enforce religious exclusion.
Have begun under the shadow of a controversy. On day one, hoarding right outside Garba venues have triggered quite some outrage and a debate. Posters that bar Muslims from entering these Garba events, and in fact, it blatantly states these banners says jihadi is not allowed. Those caught will be made to undergo Ghar Wapsi. Organizers have also announced strict conditions for entry into these events. Participants must wear a tilak on the forehead and a sacred thread on the wrist, show their Aadhaar cards at the gate, purify themselves with Ganga water, and in some places they've asked even cow urine to be poured on them, to offer prayers to Varaha and Goddess Durga. Apart from that, follow traditional Hindu customs throughout the event. These are the guidelines that have been given and put out clearly by the organizers. Madhya Pradesh Minister Vishwas Sarang has backed this move, saying Garba is a Hindu ritual, not an entertainment show, and that only Hindus should participate. But the hoardings and the statements have really split public opinion here. Supporters argue that these restrictions protect cultural sanctity and safeguard women, while critics call this blatant discriminatory, a dangerous step towards social exclusion. The debate isn't confined to Madhya Pradesh. Remember, this has also happened. Guidelines like this also given to some of the Garba events in Maharashtra, where the Vishwa Hindu Parishad there has issued advisories making Aadhaar card mandatory and tilak application is compulsory, even saying Muslims who are so eager to join the event must first convert. Ghar Wapsi, if you convert, then you're welcome. In Rajasthan's Bhilwara, similar ID checks has been mandated. It's been enforced. Organizers are all set to sprinkle Ganga water and cow urine to maintain sanctity as per their own guidelines. This conflict has been simmering for years. It's not new, but it seems like it's formalized now. But last year in Dewas, Madhya Pradesh, Hindu Jagran Manch activists had stormed the Garba Pandal, ordering non-Hindus to leave or they will face assault. These were some of the videos that were circulated back then. In Uttar Pradesh, a Muslim artist, AB Imran, was barred mid-performance. While she was performing, she was stopped. Electricity was cut off. This lady here, she was forced to leave the venue because she was Muslim. In fact, she was invited by the organizers. Now, for many, this growing intolerance undermines the spirit of interfaith harmony and threatens the very essence of India's cultural unity. And for many others, this is probably how they want it.
कोई भी गैर हिंदू इस पंडाल के अंदर पाया गया इस आज्ञा के बाद में तो वो अपनी सुरक्षा का खुद जिम्मेदार होगा। इसका मैं पुनरावृत्ति कर देता हूं कि अगर कोई भी गैर हिंदू इस पंडाल के अंदर है तो वो तुरंत आवाज यहां से शांतिपूर्ण तरीके से निकल जाए। उसके बाद में अंदर बहुत दुखेगा। जय श्री राम। अगर कोई जहां बनाया तो उसके पेपर से मिल जाएगा और नील पाकिस्तान वापस खराब कराएंगे उसको हिंदू बनाएंगे। हमारे बिहार में आने का शौक है तो बिना खराब करो। जय श्री राम। ये बना वीर बजरंगी। देश करो। देश करो।
Sip Ganga Jal and be sprinkled with cow urine first, and then you can enter this Garba Pandal in Bhopal. The posters here also display this message: Jihadis are strictly banned from the Garba Pandal. If caught, they will be forced to convert into Hinduism, and appropriate action will be taken against them. In Awadhpuri, the Shri Krishna Seva Samiti has made this the new rule for Navratri celebrations. The rule which they call a purification ritual.
में विवादित जैसा तो कुछ भी नहीं है। ये तो हमने कहा कि वर्जित है। ये तो हम तय करेंगे ना कि हमारे मंदिरों में पवित्रता बनी रहे और उसके लिए क्या मापदंड होना चाहिए। जिहाद की जो मानसिकता लेके जो आते हैं, जो लव जिहाद की चीजों में जो गरबा जिहाद की चीजों को इस देश में बढ़ा रहे हैं, हम उनका विरोध करते हैं।
Organizers say it's a way to stop non-Hindus from entering. First, visitors are asked for their Aadhaar card, then comes tilak, alawa, Ganga Jal, and a sprinkling of cow urine. But attendees remain divided over Bhopal's new Garba formula.
ये अच्छी चीजें हैं। गोमूत्र से पवित्रता मिलती है, गंगा जल से मन के अंदर का भी सारा पाप मतलब जरूरी नहीं है स्नान करके आने से। उसका एक ड्रॉप भी एक बूंद भी मिल जाए तो बहुत बड़ी बात होती है। तो भैया लोग ने हमें यही दे दिया, इसके लिए हम उनका बहुत धन्यवाद करते हैं।
ऐसी जरूरत नहीं है, लेकिन ठीक है, हम लोग हिंदू हम लोगों को फर्क नहीं पड़ता है।
मुझे नहीं लगता कि इतना जरूरी है। अगर पर्पसफुली कोई आएगा तो उसमें मुझे लगता है ये सब चीजें करने से कोई फर्क पड़ेगा, वो कर लेगा। अगर इसको करना ही है जिहाद और ये सारी चीजें, वो करेगा।
And the concept of Karvapasi is returning people to Hinduism, often targeting non-Hindus for conversion based on ideology that India is the exclusive homeland of Hindus. So this is what happening. If anyone talks about it, mainly non-Hindus or Muslims, they are often seen as villains in the eyes of many Hindus because most do not understand the full situation. Even sharing videos on social media or posting them on stories on social media can backfire. People judge from the cover or a few seconds and label the sharer as anti-Hindu, yet they fail to see that this is not Hinduism, this is Hindutva. This is why using religious politics has become one of the most dangerous weapons in the entire world. Hindutva organizations and groups like RSS, Vishwa Hindu Parishad, Bajrangi Dal, etc. and supporters, including the country's Indian country Prime Minister Modi, often make hate speeches against Muslims and promote a narrative targeting Muslims and Congress era freedom fighters, while also criticizing Dr. B.R. Ambedkar and Constitution of India, trying to change the Constitution of India, portraying them as obstacles for their ideology. Beyond this, several BJP leaders, including state chief ministers who belongs to BJP, have openly used speeches to spread hatred, deepen division and incite communal tensions.
आपने देखा होगा कल बरेली के अंदर वो मौलाना भूल गया कि शासन किसका है। अब उत्पातियों और उपद्रवियों को पता लगेगा कि 7 पीढ़ियां याद आएंगी उनको। कभी-कभी बुरी आदतें जाती नहीं लोगों की, तो उसके लिए उनकी डेंटिंग पेंटिंग करवानी पड़ती है कायदे। हमने कहा जाम नहीं होगा, कर्फ्यू भी नहीं लगेगा, लेकिन कर्फ्यू का सबक तुम्हें ऐसा सिखा देंगे कि तुम्हारी आने वाली पीढ़ी दंगा करके 7 पीढ़ियां याद आएंगी उनको।
अब तो बहनों और भाइयों, उत्तर प्रदेश में कोई सड़क पे नमाज भी नहीं पढ़ता। अब वहां मस्जिदों के भी माइक उतर गए। अगले 5 वर्ष में आप देखेंगे कि लोग भूल ही जाएंगे कि ये भी कोई चीज होती थी कि चिल्लाहट होती थी, लोग परेशान होते थे, लोग भूल जाएंगे।
Supporting such things destroy democracy, secularism, equality, national unity and even harms the humanity that binds society together. When Hindu face trouble, Muslims should stand with them. When Muslims face trouble, Hindus should stand with them. Only through unity, humanity and supporting each other we can promote democracy and equality and unity.
ముగ్గురుతోటి ప్రమాదం ఉంది. నీచ్ కమీనా కుత్తగాళ్ళతోటి నీచ్ గారు హైదరాబాద్ లో నా బామ్మది ఎంఐఎం నా కొడుకులు కమీనా గారు మేము సెక్యులర్ వాదులము, అంతా కలిసిమెలిసి ఉండాలి, అంతా దేవుడు ఒక్కడే. నీ శై వస్తే రక్తం ఎరగనే ఉంటది, ఆ శై వస్తే రక్తం ఎరగనే ఉంటది. బిడ్డ రక్తం ఎరగనే ఉంటది, డిఎన్ఏ ఫరక్ ఉంటదా లుచ్చా? డిఎన్ఏ ఫరక్ ఉంటది. డిఎన్ఏ ఎట్లా ఫరక్ ఉంటది ఇప్పుడే చెప్తా. ఎవరైనా హిందువులు దానాలు చేస్తారు, ధర్మాలు చేస్తారు, రక్తదాన శిబిరాలు చేస్తారు. మరి ఎవరైనా నా కొడుకులు రక్తదాన శిబిరాలు చూసిరా? దానా దేక చూసిరా? అన్నదానం పెట్టింది చూసిరా? అవయవదానం చేస్తారా? తీసుకుంటాడు మరి డిఎన్ఏ ఫరక్ ఉందా లేదా?